Hi, my name is Azure, and recently I decided to take on my first dual enrollment project with the Pine Jug Fellowship. The fellowship is a 3-semester course in which the first semester is only 1 week. It was very tiring to fit one whole semester in a short amount of time, but it was also a lot of fun because we got to learn about honeybees, biodiversity, where our water comes from, and we were able to help prevent an invasive plant species from continue to grow. The second semester is where we go out and create our own community outreach project using the information we learned from the first semester. So my project addresses the issue of water quality and quantity as well as waste management at Alexander W. Dreyfus School of the Arts. I wanted at least 50 students at A.W. Dreyfus School of the Arts to pledge to use reusable water bottles, at least when in school. And the reason for the at least is because when one has embedded a habit, it can be hard to break at first. So in order to create a new habit, there must be a starting point, hence the at least when in school. I wanted to change the practice of using reusable water bottles because plastic is everywhere, even in our face washes, and I wanted to do this because I love the water and I don't want to see plastic all over the place. And after some research, I realized that people forget their water bottles everywhere, including myself, so it becomes a hassle to use. But plastic water bottles are filling up the U.S. landfill, and there's only so many landfills that we could put in the USA. And I want to lessen that amount. So for the second semester project, I decided to do reusable water bottles. But it wasn't my first choice. I started in my own neighborhood. I noticed that some of the plants weren't photo-friendly, but I didn't have the ability to communicate to the HOA. I also thought of greener houses, which meant using lower shower heads and faucets, but it would be hard to keep track of the families. So eventually I just decided doing a project at A.W. Dreyfus School of the Arts. My community partners were the Sustainability Office of West Palm Beach, who donated reusable bags and reusable water bottles for me to give out. Christina Davis from the Learn Green Conference, which allowed me to do a public presentation in Boynton Beach High School. And my 4 science teachers, Ms. Larkin, Ms. Hale, Mr. Nand, and Mr. Luba, for allowing me to take time from their class and present. Also, to the Sodomans for letting me do a public presentation with the preschool teachers. I didn't really face any obstacles because everyone was willing to help me out, and I used community-based social marketing tools in order to create an effective project. I created an incentive, short-term and long-term. My short-term incentive was of the reusable bag and reusable water bottle, while the long-term incentive was a competition between the 4 science classes, which actually did get some people jumping on board to start using reusable water bottles. So 87 students took the survey, and 77% of those students pledged to use reusable water bottles, which is also 67 students. But of the 77% who pledged, I only got in contact with the 53.7%. But that 53.7% made a conscious effort to use reusable water bottles. And looking at their pictures, they're also using it at home, which made me feel really good. Even though I could only get in touch with 36 students, but those 36 students changed or continued to make an effort to use reusable water bottles, and it made me proud because I realized that I made a difference and it wasn't too difficult. It's something I definitely would recommend everyone to do, because when you accomplish it, you'll feel ecstatic. And I can keep up with this project because using reusable water bottles have become a habit for some of these students already. And if I could have done one thing differently, it would have been to give out bags to everyone, because then I wouldn't have to worry about people pledging to get a bag. Also, the ball would be in their court, so it would be totally up to them to participate because they have all the materials they need. I created the title A Drop in the Bucket because if everyone was just one drop, our bucket would be pretty full. And I think this is an important message because some feel as if they can't do anything because they're just one person. However, many don't seem to realize the power of one.